Привіт! Розумію, за ті півроку, а особливо перші місяці, стан переважної більшості з нас виглядав так. Перемога попереду, але до неї ще йти та йти, докладаючи усі наші можливі сили. Взагалі на початку відео мало б мати більш комедійний характер. Обігрування мемів та більш глибинний розбір фільму. Але початок фази повномасштабного вторгнення у російсько-українській війні та подальший депресивний стан у вимірі нового сьогодення логічно змусив відкласти проект у довгу шухляду. Але все ж спробуємо на короткий проміжок часу абстрагуватися, зійти зі священної прямої часу, утворивши точку нексусу, пірнути загадковий світ вні політики, світ поза щоденними повітряними тривогами та цькуванням русні.
Я врятую світ, я врятую землю, я врятую маму твою і врятую бабу. Я врятую діда, я врятую вуйка, я врятую цьоцю твою, чи цьоцю не треба. Я львівський спайдермен. Я львівський спайдермен.
A man once said, dark times need bright people, here or not, indifferently. You just need to enlighten the darkness. I stared at his smolder body for a long time, thinking about what he said. Since then, the war has been classical. Mail arrives, new case. Time passes imperceptibly in research, in all possible ways, searching for any possible clues, everything that can point to the right person, in the right place, the necessary biography, everything that can point to the light. You have to discard a lot, sometimes important, sometimes even emotions, so that it doesn't stand behind, reject among potentially necessary people. But at a certain time, the necessary person comes by himself. It's just a business for me, but in a long time, they become your life. To be honest, I didn't want to take on this cold web case. The last Spider-Man movie planted a seed of uncertainty. On the one hand, stunning the audience with the help of famous characters from the previous films. On the other hand, the allusion to the Sinister Six was quite transparent and at the same time not complete. The number of no antagonists did not yet make them an organized band of villains. So at most it looked like a Christmas special with a guest star cameos. In part, the film was such a Christmas release, and partly the problem lay in something else. The graph of the dependence between the viewer's desires and the author's presentation showed good results. The curves converged in the balance area. The hero's journey, thoughtful and inconspicuous path of the protagonist through the plot. But in this film, it felt like a lot of extra laps. On the other hand, the trilogy. Previously, trilogies were built from parts that followed each other, telling one horizontal story. Sometimes they presented separate vertical stories of a single character. Of course, there were several such trilogies in one universe, but they were connected to each other by rather weak ties. As a result, films like bricks formed the blocks of trilogies, and those in turn all together created a monolithic figure of one universe. This is a kind of universe of separate trilogies divided into separate components, which are all subconsciously connected to each other. Cubism with surrealist connections. And then came the time of realism. The components of the trilogies were built much more than the arc of the main character. They built the history of the universe. So now the trilogies were built in a way real life, in which the beginning of the trilogies is a continuation of the universe with a focus on a new character, and the end of the trilogy is a beginning or continuation of the story of another hero. It happened this time as well. I tried to make calculations of potentially involved persons who influenced this story, tried different methods and calculations. Some of them were outdated. Tried the newest ones, they just didn't work. I felt that answer was somewhere on the surface, so I tried to find answers in the things at hand. Numbers. Sometimes they can say more than the letters that make up words, and those that make up sentences, and those that make up bad script. But in the end, the numbers just confused me. And then I looked at my phone and remembered doctors. The many incarnations of the British Who question, and only one breed whose story hasn't been completed for a long time. But the continuation of the story only plunged everything into complete madness. It took a long time to get out of it. Too much to remain conscious of the former self. One philosopher once said, "The world caught me and did not catch me." Nobody understood exactly what the hell he meant, but he just told the truth. The world did not catch him. So in conclusion, I would like to simply tell the truth in the words of a very intelligent scientist whose speech I found in the archive.
With the pyramid, you have the connection to everything in time and space.
Знайдемо кожну сволоту, яка стріляла по нашим містам, по нашим людям, яка бомбила нашу землю, яка запускала ракети, яка давала наказ і нажимала на пуск. Вам не буде жодного тихого місця на цій землі, окрім могили.